Look at this portrait. Does that appear to be a pregnant Queen Elizabeth? Did you know the state of Virginia is named after Queen Elizabeth I? Of course you did. Queen Elizabeth I, the Virgin Queen. There is a fascinating story surrounding the Queen and Robert Dudley, the first Earl of Leicester. Dudley was a childhood friend of Elizabeth's and became one of her closest advisors and confidants. Speculation about their romantic involvement began early in Elizabeth's reign and persisted throughout their entire lives. He was made Master of the Horse and held a high position in her court. In 1562, the Queen fell ill with smallpox, and fearing the worst, she asked that Dudley be made Protector of the Realm. Had they already been married? Historians suggest that Elizabeth's reluctance to marry, combined with her political considerations and her desire to maintain control over her own power, contributed to her never publicly wedding Dudley. However, proponents of the theory argue that they may have entered into a secret marriage, which was kept hidden due to its potential implications for Elizabeth's rule and Dudley's position at court. Any ideas why they would have done this? Sounds like they had a pretty good arrangement in place. Look at this portrait. Does that appear to be a pregnant Queen Elizabeth? It's displayed in Hampton Court, along with thousands of the Queen's paintings. After World War II, it was labeled Portrait of the Queen. Several years ago, it was changed to Portrait of a Woman. Central to this theory is the claim that Queen Elizabeth I became pregnant by Robert Dudley and gave birth to a son. A marriage in secret makes sense so that the heir to the throne is legitimate. One day in 1561, it was said that the Queen was stuck in bed with a mysterious illness that caused her body to swell. If she was indeed pregnant, wouldn't a handmaiden or lady-in-waiting notice? Guess who was the Queen's lady-in-waiting? Lady Anne Bacon, who was known for her intellect and close ties to Elizabeth's circle. On the very day Francis Bacon was born in 1561, the Queen was at York Place, with no business to conduct that day and kept in quiet. Lady Anne, allegedly, raised the child as her own son. Sir Francis Bacon, the real Shakespeare. Bacon was indeed a prominent figure in Elizabethan England. He was a philosopher, statesman, and essayist, known for his contributions to the development of the scientific method and his philosophical works. However, his connection to the Shakespearean authorship has been a subject of debate and speculation for centuries. Supporters of the theory propose that because Bacon was such a presence in the Queen's court, only he could possess awareness of the inner workings of the court so prevalent in Shakespeare's works. They argue that Bacon's upbringing and education equipped him with the knowledge and literary skill necessary to produce the plays, poems, and sonnets commonly associated with the bard. Did you know that William Shakespeare's parents were illiterate? Shakespeare is the actor, not the writer here. Did you know his children were illiterate as well? So, the greatest writer in history, illiteracy abounding, a poor actor in a troupe of players, pens Hamlet, Macbeth, Henry IV, Romeo and Juliet, Twelfth Night, As You Like It, Henry VIII, his grandfather, and King Lear. Let's look beyond what we're told. It is known that the young Bacon viewed the goddess Athena as his muse. She was the goddess of wisdom and knowledge, here wielding or shaking her spear. Sir Francis was a Freemason and Rosicrucian, his symbolic hat that of a Master Mason. This was published in 1624. On the left side of the middle section appears Francis Bacon with his distinctive Masonic hat, passing the text of a play to a man dressed as an actor holding a spear. Remember old King James? He of the King James Bible, still in use today? When assembling scholars and clergymen to write his version of the holy books, he apparently needed 46 of them. Allegedly, the 46th writer was our man Francis. Psalm 46, 46 words in, shake, and 46 words from the end, spear. Just coincidence. There are so many codes within his works. Explore them. You will not be disappointed. In conclusion, the theory suggesting that Queen Elizabeth I was secretly married to Robert Dudley, bore a son whom they entrusted to Lady Anne Bacon, and who grew up to be Sir Francis Bacon, the true author of Shakespeare's works, remains a provocative hypothesis rather than an established historical fact. There is an account of a visit by Queen Victoria staying in Wilton House, in which the Earl of Pembroke told her that he had discovered a document which formed written evidence that in 1560 Elizabeth I married the Earl of Leicester. The marriage was performed with an oath of absolute secrecy. At the time of the marriage, the Queen was pregnant by Lord Leicester. Queen Victoria demanded that this document should be produced, and after she had examined it, she put it on the fire, saying, "One must not interfere with history." Whether or not these historical what-ifs will ever be definitively resolved remains uncertain, but they continue to intrigue and captivate those who study the Elizabethan era and the mysterious Sir Francis Bacon. Always look beyond.